Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear me. It is like almost 12:30 Sunday night, Monday morning. Anyway, our fire alarm started going off just before midnight, so we are out here waiting for the okay to get back in. There's no danger, nothing like that, no fire, anything like that. We are just waiting to go back inside and the fire trucks had to come. So everything is okay, and I will tell you guys more about this tomorrow. So this is what our parking lot looks like right now. We have been outside for about, I want to say, just over a half hour? Yeah, so I'm actually just in pajamas with leggings over it, and I'm ready to go back inside because I want to go to bed. This is nuts, so yay! Super Bowl Sunday! First thing you see is me fixing my bangs. Good afternoon, everybody. I think I have a slight excuse today for filming late because it was a late night, you guys. Oh my gosh. So hopefully I didn't scare you guys too much. As you can see, we are obviously back in our apartment, so everything was okay. So yeah, no clue what happened. This has already happened once in like the past 6 weeks, a few weeks ago. I want to say early January, end of December, the fire alarm in our building went off, and we ended up waiting for, I want to say, almost 45 minutes up at the clubhouse for the all clear to go back in. Last time we were lucky, we were able to go into the clubhouse because it was during the day, so we were able, well, it was nighttime. I still remember laughing my head off because I'd been on my laptop, and I just grabbed my laptop and brought it with me because I'm like, I'm not leaving this here. My mom should be proud of me. Last night I did not grab the laptop. I left it here. Last night was a little bit different because the fire alarm went off at almost midnight. Okay, so we had spent the entire day. I had watched Puppy Bowl. I had watched Super Bowl, and I was starting to chill out for the night. I had turned off my computer. My laptop was put away. I was going to read, I was going to read out loud to myself a little bit. I have Fatal Alliance. I was going to read this out loud to myself. And I had started reading. I was in bed. I was in my pajamas. And for the record, my brother will wear full-length, like, sweatpants to bed. My mom and I will sometimes do that. Most of the time, though, we wear, like, t-shirts and shorts or nightgowns and shorts. So I was wearing a pair of shorts that were a pair of old leggings I turned into a pair of sleep shorts and a short-sleeved Hello Kitty nightgown my mom got for me a couple of years ago. That is now loose on me. So that's what I was wearing. And so I'm in bed. I'm starting to chill out for the night. I was going to get ready at midnight. I was going to turn off my light, turn on my little lamp, read a little bit more from my Kindle, and then just go to sleep. And all my heart I hear, nee, nee, nee. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. My mom was trying to get to sleep because she had to work today. So we're like, oh. So I am like leaping out of bed, grabbing my Kindle because I had it out, grabbing my book, grabbing my cell phone, luckily grabbing my keys. I had my wallet inside my pork bag already, so I grabbed that. I had to run to the dresser, pull up the leggings I had put away like not even a half an hour earlier, pulled them up on over my sleep shorts, over my nightgown, grabbed my hoodie. For some odd reason, grabbed a pair of socks. I'm like, no, I don't have time to put them on. Jammed my socks into the hoodie in my pocket, grabbed my purse, run out, put on a pair of my mom's tennis shoes, and we just got out. And my brother's like, and our neighbors across the hall have a new baby. It's like almost, I want to say about a month or two old. So they have a new baby, and they're like, oh my gosh. So my brother's like, I'll go open up the clubhouse. Well, he got up there and discovered they fixed the timer. There's a timer in our clubhouse that locks the clubhouse down at after 10 o'clock. So we have a key card. You swipe that. That's what you get used to get into the clubhouse. They turn that off at 10. So my brother goes up and discovers we can't get into the clubhouse. It is foggy. It is not cold, but it is chilly out. You have all these people, and it's not just this building. It's these 3 buildings that are connected together. They are all set to the same alarm system. So if an alarm goes off in one building, it goes off in all 3. So you had all these people coming out of these buildings, and we were standing outside in pajamas, and some of them don't have coats on. This one woman had her little boy, he's like 2 years old, and he is just wrapped up in all these blankets, and like I said, it is midnight at this point. My mom's like, okay, you guys go get in the van. So we go get in our van. Our neighbors get in the car and take their baby and go somewhere else. Some others of our neighbors have friends and family who live in another building that goes this way that isn't connected to this one. So they went to go stay with them. My mom called the building manager. Okay, so here's what I'm for one. My family's been living here since I was 20. So we've been living here for 11 years. So I think we're the only residents that have lived here this long. So Shannon has my mom has kind of become like a building monitor or something. So my mom called Shannon, which I now have Shannon's phone number in my phone because I did not have that. So my mom called Shannon. Shannon said she would be here. She just wanted mom to keep everyone calm, stuff like that. The fire department last time did not come. This time they came, and they brought 3 trucks plus the command unit. So there was a ladder truck parked in the parking lot, as you guys probably saw from the video. What you did not see is out on the street, there was a second fire truck. Behind that one, there was a 3rd fire truck. So I don't know why they brought 3 fire trucks, because this has happened before. It happened, like I said, a few weeks ago, and a couple years after we moved in. It happened like 2 times in one day. And it happened, I want to say, like last year or the year before this happened, and I think that they don't really call the fire truck. So it's kind of surprising that the fire trucks came out and that there were 3 of them plus the command truck, which goes out anyway. So we waited outside. My brother and I were on our cell phones. I was taking pictures for Instagram. I filmed a little bit, and we were waiting and waiting. And finally, at about 12:25, almost 12:30, the fire trucks pulled away, and the firemen came through and said, okay, you guys are all clear. You can go back in. And we're like, well, what happened? Because what it is we have our water heat, and the alarm for it, the fire alarm for the building, the sensor, is actually in the room with the heater and stuff like that. So it's got like a fine hair trigger. And the first year this happened, they finally figured out it was because a pipe had burst and the water was getting into there. I think that's what it was. I think it's what it's been a lot, is it's just like trapped air or something. And the fireman went, well, we don't know. Shannon actually had my mom go through all the buildings while she contacted 911 and got over there to make sure there wasn't any smoke, anything like that. We didn't see anything. And one of the people who lives in our building actually made the comment that it's kind of hard to tell whether or not something was happening because it was foggy last night. It was like it was getting foggier and foggier and foggier as all this took place. So we couldn't really tell what was going on, if there was smoke or something, because it was just foggy. But my mom went through all 3 buildings. She didn't see anything. She didn't smell anything. Firemen came through. They checked everything. Didn't see anything. Didn't smell anything. However, they do not know why the fire alarm went off. So they let us back in and said, oh, just keep an eye on it. If it happens again, call us and we'll try to figure out what's going on. It's like, oh, that's nice. So we have no clue what happened last night, this morning. Like, literally, it was just, this has happened before, and it's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So, needless to say, my brother and I slept in this morning. I said, luckily, he and I did not have work today. It wouldn't matter because I wouldn't have gone until 1 anyway, but he usually goes in at 9. So, luckily, he and I did not have work today. So, we were able to just chill out and relax. And so I did not, well, it was weird because I didn't get up yesterday till almost 10, and I didn't get up today till almost 9:30. So yeah, so it was like rough night. My poor mom, though, she had to get up. She usually gets up about 6:30, and she usually leaves about 8 so she can go into work. So she had to get up today, and she was not happy. Actually, I think she woke up last night and was moving the furniture around because she could not get up. And like I said, it was funny because I decided I have the yoga workouts, and they have one for bedtime. I said, I'm going to do that and see if it helps me relax a little bit more. So I did that routine. I was getting into my space where I'm tired, and I read, I'm relaxing, and the fire alarm happened, and I come back inside, and I'm like, I am way too wired now to go to bed. So we came back in at like 12:30. I did not actually go to bed till, I want to say, past 2. Because I stayed up reading on my Kindle because I was just too wired. I could not go to sleep. So that is why the start of this video is me and fire trucks and the lights flashing, is because of that happening last night. So that was definitely not something we had banked on. But what a way to end Super Bowl Sunday. By the way, I am furious that the Patriots are on. I feel like that as always with the Patriots, they just get the games handed to them at this point. So I'm really kind of mad that the Patriots won. I don't think the Patriots even deserve to be in the Super Bowl. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there were lots of Patriots fans out there who are going to defend them. My one friend said they actually played better. I did not see them playing better, but it's over. It's done with. I saw a lot of comments last night when I was online about Maroon 5, the Super Bowl halftime show not being good. I actually enjoyed it, but here's the thing with me. I do not like Super Bowl halftime shows where they are crazy over the top. Lady Gaga was the exception, but that's because it was kind of toned down for Lady Gaga, and I am a huge Lady Gaga fan. I know that's weird coming from me, isn't it? But for the most part, I've noticed a lot that when I've watched past Super Bowl halftime shows, they are insane, crazy, beyond over the top. Everybody talks about Katy Perry's. I actually did not like Katy Perry's. I detested it because I like concerts. I'm okay with concerts being crazy, over the top. They're concerts. It's a full show. The halftime show is like about 10 minutes, if that. And so I don't really like the halftime performances where they're trying to cram as much concert stuff, crazy stunts, costumes, all this stuff into like a 10-minute performance. That's just way too over the top for me. It's way too crazy. I don't like it. It shouldn't be this big, huge concert. It should just be something kind of simple. And so I don't care what people said. I enjoyed Maroon 5. I actually like Adam Levine. I like Maroon 5. So there were music I listened to as a teenager, and I really enjoyed it. So I liked the halftime performance. I liked Justin Timberlake's last year. What I saw of it, and I ended up having to go back and watch it because stupid CBS was cutting out. Because of the fact that it was NBC last year. I don't remember, but I like it because they were simple. They weren't trying to be like over the top and gimmicky. There were a few moments where it was over the top for come on, SpongeBob SquarePants. But you know what? It was fine for me. You know, I enjoyed it. It was simple. It was like, it was enough. It was enough. I don't need a Super Bowl halftime performance that is crazy, over the top, insane. I want it simple, clean, something like that. I liked it. So I don't care what people said. I enjoyed the halftime performance. I enjoyed Justin Timberlake last year. I enjoyed Maroon 5 this year. The national anthem did kind of throw me for a loop, but that's because my brother was in marching band in high school. And I have listened, and when I was in high school at Dow High, they played the national anthem like at almost every chance I got. So I've grown up listening to the national anthem how it's supposed to be played, which is as a marching piece. Kind of, I don't know how my brother describes it, but I did not know this, you're actually not supposed to sing it. There are lyrics, but it's not supposed to be sung traditionally. So Gladys Knight was good. However, Lady Gaga in my book still has the best performance of the national anthem at any Super Bowl. I will say I still do not understand why before the national anthem they have to sing America the Beautiful, because that's just a patriotic song. It's not like a national anthem or anything. So I don't understand singing I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that. I don't understand why we have to sing America the Beautiful before the national anthem at the Super Bowl. It doesn't make any sense to me. So Gladys Knight was okay. Not my favorite performance of the Star Spangled Banner at Super Bowl. Maroon 5, I really enjoyed the halftime show. So that was my takeaway from the Super Bowl. And this will probably be the only time I film until Thursday or Friday, because it's my birthday week this week, you guys. I turned 31. It's insane. And it's even more insane because 20 years ago is when Phantom Menace came out. And for my 12th birthday, this movie was the only thing I wanted for my birthday. Like, I am not kidding. That was the only thing I wanted when I turned 12 years old. I didn't see it in theaters. My parents rented it for me. I loved it, even though Darth Maul scared the Jesus out of me. So they released the movie, I want to say, like 3 or 4 weeks after my 12th birthday, and you could pre-order it. I begged and pleaded. Like I said, for my birthday, I get one thing within reason. I begged and pleaded with my parents to pre-order me a copy of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That's all I wanted for my 12th birthday was Phantom Menace. And it was the first Star Wars movie I ever owned. I think it was the only one I actually ever owned, because I didn't get copies of Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. But that was like the only Star Wars movie I owned until I was an adult, was Phantom Menace, and that's because I begged and pleaded for it. And my parents spent, I want to say, almost $30 pre-ordering it for me on VHS in 2000. That was my birthday present when I turned 12, was a copy of The Phantom Menace, and I was so stinking thrilled. So, fittingly, on my birthday this Friday, I will be watching Phantom Menace when I come home, because that was a big thing. And Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor's come out talking recently about how much the prequels have come to mean to my generation. I'm like, yeah, I was a huge Star Wars fan before I saw the prequels. I love Star Wars. However, given how old I was 11 when Phantom Menace came out, and 17 when, there it is, Revenge of the Sith came out, and like, I think I was like 14 when Attack of the Clones came out. That was basically my childhood, my teenage years, and George Lucas has said he did Star Wars as kind of a way to get kids ready for the adult world. So I was kind of at that perfect age, and I made a comment on Facebook how that was what really got me into Star Wars, was watching Obi-Wan and Anakin and Padme go through some of these issues as adults, as growing up and stuff. That kind of spoke to me, because there were some of the same issues I was finding myself going through as I went from age 11, as I went from a 5th grader to a junior and then graduated. So yeah, so that's why I love the prequel so much, because that's literally my coming of age right there. So it was fun. So I'm gonna get going for the days. I'm hungry. I want food. So I'm gonna get going, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Alright guys, it's cold, it's windy, it's icy, but I made it! Say goodbye to this ugly mop of hair, because in a little while, it'll be gone. So I thought I'd check in with you guys. As you can see, hair appointment's over. I'll show you guys a little bit better when I get home, but it's nice, I love it. I'm here at the workout section because as you guys know, I am doing some more of those Run Disney races this summer, and I decided I need to get some gear, and so I'm looking at straps to hold myself on this phone right here, because that's what I use to time myself. So I'm looking at getting some straps and then a bag, so I'm not like wearing a bouncy backpack. The problem is I probably need water, and then so I think I might get something like this. I don't know, if you guys are runners, do you have any suggestion for gear I should get? I already have shoes. I'm going to get some better workout clothes. So what are your guys' suggestion for stuff like this? Because I've never done this before, but this is something I want to continue doing. So I'm just trying to find stuff I use. So if you guys are runners, do you have certain things, certain brands of like cell phone holders and packs that you use that you really like? I'm not getting any of this stuff today. I'm waiting until my refund comes, but some suggestions would be nice. So drop a comment below if you guys do running, and tell me what gear you guys use if you do running. Alright guys, time to wrap this up. As you can see, I've got episode 1 queued up and ready to play. Oh, that was a perfect shot. I just look over and it's the guy who scared me. So tell me what you guys think of my new look. It's always surprising. This is what I meant by what I said. I get full highlights and I don't even have to dye my hair blonde. It just looks like I did. So this is kind of what I went to school with up in Marquette. I had this similar thing done, almost the same exact haircut too. And I got up there and they all thought I was blonde. I'm not. So, but it's funny though. I posted the after picture of this to my Instagram and the links to my Twitter and my Facebook. And my Aunt Monica, who lives out east, she's the one who got me Finn. There he is, my Stormtrooper bear for Christmas with her family. We discovered a few months ago that she and I bear a striking resemblance to each other. Was it a few months ago or last year? I think last year. Because one of her coworkers saw a picture of me and assumed I was her daughter. Her third daughter. She didn't know she had 3 kids. And my aunt's like, no, that's my niece. So we knew I looked a lot like my Aunt Monica. And by default, I also look a lot like my Grandma Sharon, my mom and hers mom. So I got this cut. I posted a picture of my aunt post on Facebook. She's like, oh my gosh, you look exactly like me, except we did different colors. She dyes her hair red. I have blonde. And, because she and my mom both have more red in their hair than blonde. I have slightly more blonde than red in my hair. Let's put it this way. My mom was a redhead. My mom is actually a natural redhead. So my mom, and my Aunt Monica and my Aunt Chris are all redheads. And then I have a little bit of red, but I have more blonde. So, so she dyed her hair red, but she got her hair's cut in almost the exact same style as me. And she posted it. My mom, apparently, she knew I looked like my Aunt Monica. And then she came home on her lunch break because she took me and my brother home. And she saw and she went, "Oh my God, you really do look like your aunt." I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah, it was really interesting. It was freezing cold. We were under a wind chill. We were under like a winter weather advisory till like 1 a.m. this morning. So like the sidewalks, everything was nothing but a sheet of ice. And when I mean a sheet of ice, I mean like this thick of ice. My brother had to go to work, so he walked. I was not getting up at like 6:30 in the morning to go sit at Walmart and wait till 10 a.m., which is when my hair appointment was. So I walked. Luckily, the mall was open and I could cut through the mall. But he and I both fell twice on our way to our destination, and my mom was going to pick my brother up at 2, and my mom's like, "Well, why don't you just hang out?" Because my hair appointment got done like about noonish. She's like, "Why don't you just hang out till about 1:30? Come meet me, and we'll go pick up your brother, and we'll head home." So that's what we did. So I just hung out at Walmart, looked around. You guys saw me looking at stuff for running, which is very weird because I'm the type of person who I never thought I would like running. I actually enjoyed it. You know, it's going to take me a while to get up there to where I'm jogging or running regularly at like a regular pace, but I really did like it, which is one reason why I want to do the virtual shorts this summer. I did find out to do all 3 of them. It's $145 just do them and pay for them. A piece, they're $40 a piece. And I told my mom, was like, "That's what," and then she sat there and realized it's 3 races. I get a ton of stuff, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I did look at running stuff. I want your guys' opinion. If any of you are runners or walkers, what stuff do you use? What do you recommend? I am kind of on a budget, so like I said, that stuff is going to wait for a while. But it is nice for me to start thinking out. So I looked at some of that stuff. I looked at some Easter dresses, some clothes. And then I went to go look at sewing because I haven't sewn in a while, and I got a phone card. And I found, when I first started sewing, I would get fat quarters, which are just these little squares of fabric that you can just use for basic things. The pillows I have, these are just 2 fat quarters sewn together. And I've been thinking about doing another pillow because I have some fluff and stuff. And I found this. It is a fabric grommet, and it says Future Jedi. And I'm like, that is so cute. But I wanted to do something different because I kind of have the Star Wars girly theme. So the back of the pillow, that's going to be the front. And the other side of the pillow is going to be this hot pink, this kind of hottish pink fabric. So that's what I'm going to be doing at some point within the next few days. I'm going to be making myself a new pillow. I got my ice cream. My brother and I got deli for lunch because by the time we got home, we were hungry. And I had instant breakfast this morning. So, it was kind of nice. It was kind of fun. Dawn, the woman who did my hair, she's a huge Star Wars fan too, and she was like she thought I was a Star Wars fan on her level. But then I started talking about Yaddle, and she's like, "Who the heck?" She's like, "Didn't know who Yaddle is." I'm like, "It's literally a character in Star Wars." Like, people think I'm making this up. No, she does exist. She is in Phantom Menace. She's in, she appears in one of the scenes where they're talking to the Jedi Council, and it's literally blink and you miss her. But she is a real Star Wars character. She is canon. She's in the encyclopedia. She is a real character, and the reason I brought her up is because I want to one day have a pair of Sphinx cats. Those are hairless cats. And I'm inspired because I saw one on TV, and the woman named her cat Yoda. So I want to get 2, so I can name them Yoda and Yaddle, because Yaddle is just the female version of Yoda. And so when I tell people that, and I explain the reasoning why I want to have a cat named Yaddle, and then I tell them it's a character in Star Wars, they're like, huh? So this is not the first time this happens, like the 3rd or 4th time I have mentioned Yaddle, and somebody's gone, who? I'm like, she is a real Star Wars character. So Dawn says she has to rewatch Phantom Menace to see if she can find her. I'm like, literally, you just look for the female version. It's Yoda with hair. Excuse me. So, but then my mom and I left the store, and we were running to get my brother because we're late. We get out to the van. The 2 side doors are frozen. So the sliding doors are frozen shut. She and I cannot get them open. So we get in the car. One of the doors is partway open. The van's going ding, 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 annoyingly. We get to Staples. We park the car. My mom jumps out of the van. My brother comes out, and my brother just, yanks the doors open because they froze shut. So, yeah, you're wondering how cold it is? That's how cold it is. And the sad thing is we might be getting a second ice storm next week. So I'm definitely going to be doubling up on my yoga because I am like junk fooding out today. I got some ice cream to have tonight. I'm having pop tonight. I'm going to try to avoid junk food tomorrow for the most part. Probably just like have like a rice and some peanut butter and stuff like that. Because Sunday my dad is taking me out for my birthday dinner and I want to go to Golden Corral and I always tend to eat a lot there. So that's the downside about living in Michigan and trying to watch your weight during the winter. It's just kind of instinctive to eat a lot here because it is so cold and you want that layer of blubber. So it's kind of hard. This is where a lot of people who live in the state of Michigan, like me, were trying to actively lose weight. It gets harder because I don't have a gym membership, so I don't go to a gym or anything like that. So I literally have to do exercises in here. And when the weather's like this, I can't go out and walk and stuff. So that makes it a little bit harder. But I'm determined to do this. I'm very bound and determined to do this. So other than that, my birthday's been great. It's really nice. Like I said, I'm going to watch Phantom Menace. I'm going to put together the video for this week, so I'm going to get work on the video today and have it all done. So all I have to do, like tomorrow is Sunday, not tomorrow, it's just post it Sunday. I'm thinking about writing a fan fiction story. I don't know if it was Ashley herself or somebody else. They want to do this thing. March 5th will be the 1-year anniversary of the series finale of Rebels. And so a bunch of people, Ashley's one of them, and then Vanessa Marshall, and I think Freddie Prinze is getting behind this. Zachary Gray, Taylor, I think is his name. I don't remember. That's so sad. They're doing this thing. There's this thing that they're asking fans and cast members and crew members to do called #RebelsRemembered. And they want people on March 5th to post their favorite memories of Rebels, to post pictures involved with Rebels, to do fan art or fan fiction, and just post a tribute to Star Wars Rebels. Because it very much was like Clone Wars in such a way that it did kind of change everything. So I'm thinking about doing a fan fiction piece for that. I have an idea of what I want to do. And it's basically the idea of that how real life heroes becoming myths. And that's basically from Force Awakens where Han tells Finn and Rey that all the stories they heard about the rebellion, about Luke, about the Jedi, about himself, about Leia, all that was true. And it really, I don't know why that sticks in my head now when you think about it, like all these years later, the children who heard those stories, who know the history, to them, they're not like real fake people who actually existed. They're like myths. So I'm thinking about doing something like that for Rebels. So I might work on that a little bit today. So with that being said, you guys, drop me a comment down below about, like I said, if you're a runner, make some suggestions for some running gear. How do you like my new look? Do you think it's cool? I love it. I'm totally enjoying it. So I'm going to go watch some Phantom Menace and chill out and just enjoy the rest of my 31st birthday. Oh my God, you guys, I'm 31. Ah! All right. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will talk to you all soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.